Pikachu!
So guys, welcome back to the PokéLab. As you all know, we're currently doing the 25 deck progression series. We're still on our first deck. We're into part 4 of Blissey V. Currently the deck is up 3-0, which is obviously really good for ourselves. Deck building seems to have went pretty well. Once the deck gets going, I would say it's really consistent. I've got no quirmers yet. But let's see what we can do in the 4th game here and dive straight into it. The feedback we're getting in the videos so far has been pretty good. People seem to be enjoying it. I'm trying to obviously improve the channel. It's quite a new process for myself, so as I said before, let me know in the comments if there's anything you think that I can improve on. Maybe I'm speaking too fast for some people, maybe the accent's hard to understand. Just let me know, and maybe I can tone it down a little bit. So we start off with Mulligan in our hand, which is to be expected. And it looks like we're going to be versing some sort of metal deck here. So our opponent is playing Energy Switch, which I would definitely say this is going to be Zacian V by the looks of things. So we'll start off by popping the Blissey down. And this time we're actually getting lucky. Our opponent's mulligan their hand again, which is obviously going to give us a bit of advantage to draw another couple of cards. So it's definitely going to be Zacian V here, sorry. We've got a Tool Scrapper, which could be problematic throughout the game. And he's mulliganing his hand twice, so we get an extra 2 cards. So, Zazamenta. Right, so first of all, we're going to start with the Milo because we want to draw as much cards as possible. Yeah, we just want to get as much pressure on as possible here, so got to take the risk. Hopefully we can draw another energy. This time we get lucky, unlike the last game we played. Just going to pop on an energy, powerful energy, and yep, that's about us. So we're going to just attack for the 60. We'll attach the other 2 energies. Really, we're looking pretty setty here. The good thing with this matchup is even without the KP toughness, without them obviously sniping our bench or putting any other pressure on it, they can't really one-hit KOs. Not unless they've got an equip to do so, but I highly doubt it. So we get Marnied. We'd quite like good cards in hand there, which isn't obviously great. But the Milo is obviously going to pull us straight back into it. Yep, quick one there. Path to Peak we also in the deck, which would have been good for ourselves. Yep, easy as that. So straight away we're up 4-0. The metal matchup is a pretty good one for ourselves. Nothing much else to really say there. On to the next one. So part 4 was a nice quick victory. We got a really quick setup and really just took over the game from an early stage. So currently we're up 4-0. Let's jump into the 5th game and see if we can make it 5-0. So this time we're getting to flip the coin. So far we haven't won any yet. So the old saying, tails never fails.
They've done studies, you know. 60% of the time, it works every time.
And this time we actually win. So straight away we'll be going second. And we've opened up with a really good hand here straight away. We don't have to give any advantage to our opponent by mulliganing our hand. We've got draw supporters, we've got 2 energies. And our opponent's mulliganing their hand as well, so we're going to get even more advantage. With our opponent going first, we are they're going to be able to play Marnie. So straight away we're in a really good position here. I should have probably looked at what he was playing. I think I caught a glimpse of Metal again. Yep, there's a chance it could actually be the same opponent. I didn't even notice the guy's name. So, yet again, we get a Zazamenta. Our hand is very similar to the last turn. He'll ideally be looking to put a Zacian down in the bench here, I would suspect, but he hasn't got it. So we're really going to be digging for Path to the Peak here. I have gambled quite a lot in the last few games by discarding both energies. This time I'm actually going to play it a bit safer and just discard one. I don't want to take the risk of not taking advantage of our opening hand here. So we did draw another energy anyway, so it isn't really a problem. So we'll attach Powerful Energy, attack for 60, and attach the Lucky Energy. Yeah, again, can't really complain with our opening here, it's really good. We've got plenty of healing in the hand. Obviously we would like to get a Psychic Energy into play as soon as possible, so the Suspicious Food Tins are in play. I'd be very surprised if we don't get Marnied this turn, obviously depending if our opponent's got it in the hand. Looks like he could just whiff here again and just be passing turn. If he does whiff this turn, I think it's pretty much going to be game over. Yeah. So he definitely does have a wee bit more advantage. He'll search the Zacian V. He'll use the ability and he'll draw 3 cards and attach any metal energies that are on the top 3 cards of his deck. So he does get 1, draws an extra 2 cards into his hand. Which is quite a good thing for us as well, because it makes in your resolve a little bit better, drawing 3 cards instead of 2. So, because we don't have the Psychic Energy, we're just going to get rid of the Suspicious Food Tin and the Capture Energy. Hopefully draw another energy here. Yep. So we do have an option to put another Blissey onto the field. I don't really want to do that because more than likely our opponent's going to have a Boss's Order in hand. We don't want to get Boss next turn and then trapped. So I'm quite happy just to attach the energy here. We'll not put a Blissey in the field. And yep, we can just attack for here. We're going for the 120. We can add another energy. And now we're in a really strong position. Even if the opponent attaches an energy and attacks, we've still got plenty of healing in the card. Ideally, we would like to get Marnied to keep obviously all the healing cards we've got. We've got a Boss's Order there to keep pressure on as well. So he decides not to go for Zazamenta and he just puts it straight onto the Zacian here. So he's retreating, trying to save himself a turn. If he's got a switching card, he can bring the Zacian straight out onto the field, which doesn't actually bother me, to be totally honest with you. So he finds the Marnie probably off the Arangaru there, which is a bit of a killer. Hopefully we can draw something good here. We did have the Boss's Orders to keep the pressure on him. Path to Peak's just a turn too late, I would say. Now Alistair's a really nice card to have here. It's going to let us see an extra 3 cards, and then obviously we're going to draw for turn as well. If he does decide to get a switch card and attack, we're going to draw off the lucky egg. Lucky energy, should I say. The problem is we don't have anything else on the bench yet, and we've only got the Team Mewtwo. So we get another turn where he doesn't manage to attack us, so we're going to just pop straight in with the Alistair. We will then discard the Psychic Energy. We'll discard the Lucky Energy. The reason for that is obviously we've got enough to KO the Orangaroo here. I'm actually going to decide to pop another Blissey onto the bench. If I tap the KP Toughness, the Psychic Energy can actually start powering up this one here. The reason for that is I don't want to be left with just this one Pokemon. If we do get marnied, all these Blissies would go to the bottom. I feel though, if we put the Party Peak onto the field, he's just going to play another Stadium over the top. At this stage, he's already powered up his Zacian anyway, so I'm quite happy here just to attack. And I'm actually not going to attach the Lucky Energy. I changed my mind last minute there. Just in case he does attack with... He does use Boss's Orders and brings out this Blissey. I want to start pulling this one up just as well. Obviously he can't KO us anyway. He can only attack for the 230. And then obviously next turn he won't be able to attack with this Pokemon, not unless he switches out and then switches back in. And he's not started pulling up anything else yet either. The Zinnia's Resolve as well in hand is going to be really good for next turn. We're going to draw a few cards for that. And also the good thing is, it's basically going to be a free Team Mewtwo because he's going to attack us, he's got no damage on him yet, so we can just deal 50 for free basically. He has started pulling up this Zacian pretty quickly, so he'll probably be getting 2 attacks off consecutively. Yep, attacks the 230, we'll draw a card. KP Toughness is a nice card to have here. So both our supporters draws us both 4 cards. I'm actually going to get rid of the Path to the Peak. As I said, he's already pretty much got his setup for what he was looking for. So my thought process now is I could use the Team Mewtwo and it would take us down to the 180. Next turn we are still going to get knocked out anyway, so it's really not going to matter. So there's no point in wasting the healing when we don't need to, because this Blissey is going to get knocked out. So what we'll do is we'll just attack for the 150 and we will attach the next Lucky Energy, just meaning that when it does knock us out we'll draw 2 further cards. Obviously the Boss's Orders, now we've got 2 in hand, they're going to be huge, absolutely huge, because what we can do is we've got obviously this is a Zamenta here with 180 damage, so it's one hit away from a KO, and obviously this Zacian is close to getting knocked out as well. So our opponent gets unlucky with both of his turbo patches. He was looking to get another energy attached to this, so really he might have actually whiffed and maybe not drawn enough energies here. If he's not drawn an energy or a draw supporter, this is going to be huge because he's just going to have to either retreat and whiff his turn, but it looks like he has got an energy. Yep. So currently we've got 70 attack on this Blissey, which would be enough to knock out this Zacian. Perfect numbers actually. Obviously our opponent's going to draw a few cards there as well, so he is starting to pick up some speed here. So the way I'm looking at things now is this Pokemon cannot attack if he doesn't switch it out then back in. This Zacian doesn't have enough energy attached to obviously attack next turn. So really I'm wondering if I even should bother with going with the boss's orders just now. I think I won't. I think I'll actually just pass. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to use the Milo, and I'm going to discard the Milo and the Alistair. We'll draw another 4 cards here. Yet again, we would have been looking to maybe get another Pokemon down the bench, but he still can't KO, so we know we're definitely getting an extra turn here. What we'll do is we'll just pop in for an attack, and we'll attach the 2 lucky energies and the powerful energy. So even if we do get Marnied, this is the benefit with the lucky energy. It puts us down to 4 cards, but they're more than likely going to attack. We're drawing another 2 cards from that, and then another card from turn. So each turn we're really starting with 7 cards, which is absolutely brilliant. So the whole point of the Marnie is obviously to lower our hand size. So the lucky energy just counters that as well. So if he does have a switching card, he can actually attack again. Currently on the board we've got, in our hand we can heal for 50, minimum 20, 120. So we've got plenty of healing in hand. Yep, so he's going to get another attack off here, which obviously we didn't really want, but he's got the money, so really I predicted everything. Well, didn't predict it, but I did say this was a possibility. Hopefully we'll be getting to our hand that we had at the beginning of the game to get close to our healing cards. We didn't draw great, to be totally honest with you, so we could be in a bit of trouble here. Obviously depending on the 2 cards we'll draw from the lucky energy. We would love to get another Blissey down in the field. Path to Peak, we just want to get rid of their Crystal Cave to stop them healing up. So we'd have loved to see a draw supporter there. So really we are in big trouble here. So at this stage I really have to think. We'll go with the lucky ice pop and see if we can get a bit lucky so we don't. So currently if we heal obviously the 120, that will take us to 90. Our opponent can attack us for 230, so if he gets another attack off, even if we use the hyper potion, we do get knocked out. I do have the option to maybe boss his orders up the Zazamenta, and you would need to get a switching card to be able to switch it out, which I think is going to be our only option here. So really we are on a retreat. This isn't looking good for us at all. Just passing. So really it's down to the fates. If he's got a switching card, he wins the game. Yeah, so he's got the switch. So we take our first loss there. I actually thought we were miles in front. Turns out we weren't. What can you really do? I wouldn't say we really misplayed that game, not that I can think of. Our opponent just got the right cards at the right time. It just shows you. It's easy as that. So currently we're on 4-1 now, which obviously isn't too bad. We've started off pretty strong. Zazamenta can be a strong deck. So I'll see you in the next video. As I said, I hope you enjoyed this one. If there's any comments you want to make about any misplays, just leave it in the comment section below. And if you subscribe, it'll help out on the content that I can bring you guys. So like the video, subscribe, and leave some comments. Thanks very much for your time. Peace out.